special unboxing brought to you by the patron saint of unboxing, Mr. Curtis Mason. Very excited to be here with you guys today. We are back to doing Displate unboxings. This is a whole series of videos on my channel. Last month we did a Halsey unboxing. It is one of my favorites. It is this beautiful Halsey piece on a Displate. And the month before that we did another Minimalist poster. We are back to Minimalist posters this month. I got one I'm really excited to show you guys. But before we do that, let's explain Displates. I talk about it every month. They're not a sponsor. They do not pay me to talk about this. If they would like to, I would accept that with open arms. I would also accept free Displates. Displate, if you're watching, I'm available. Basically, what Displates allow you to do are have magnetized walls. You glue a magnet to your wall, and then you've got a metal art print that hangs there. So what I love about that is it allows me to rotate through my art. So my art changes depending on what show I'm doing, depending on what I'm talking about. Basically, I've got a slot of 5 magnets on one wall, and I change the background of my set to mirror what I'm discussing. And then in my kitchen, I've got 3 different ones. Right here next to the camera, I've got a Hunter S. Thompson piece. Right here. So that is basically magnetized, and I get to hang that however I like. So it is a really cool way to have lots and lots of art. I've got about 24 of these now, and they're amazing. That being said, it is perfect to have an unboxing with these because as you look at them, the detail, the crispness, all that glory, and taking off the plastic just has a special feeling. So I do these live, that way we can have a Q&A as well. So if you guys have any questions for me, get your questions in. And if you enjoy this, thank Curtis Mason. Curtis Mason is the reason we do these unboxings live, and very excited about it. So I have 4 total Minimalist posters. That, like I said, is a 5 art piece wall. I usually do mix match. I'm planning on going into music next since my Halsey piece I love so much. Probably going to get a Tupac piece. Some other artists I love that I feel like have a beautiful visual aesthetic. But for now, I'm going to get 1 more Minimalist poster to complete the wall of 5. That way, if I want a day of 5 Minimalist posters, I've got that option. I might try to build the 5 musical artists, stuff like that. And that's what you can do with collecting these. So let's kick it off with some of the ones I've already unboxed before. We've got The Departed, one of my favorite films of all time, based in my hometown. So these Minimalist posters have obviously the director, the title, a stylized pit of art. For me, it's just I don't like to hang movie posters that look like I'm just doing an advertisement. I talk about movies for a living. I don't want my apartment to feel like an ad on top of that. So I like this style, especially the Minimalist style. This obviously ties in the plot of the film, Ireland, where I'm from, as well as Boston being mini Ireland. And then you get a quote on each of the Minimalist posters as well, and signed by the artist. And each display comes with the magnet itself, a way to adhere it to the wall. So this piece glues on with a safety precaution, and then it goes right to the wall. So that is how it adheres to the wall. They're all custom numbered and signed. It's a pretty cool company. So this is my Departed one. This is my cat Spidey. He is co-hosting. Spidey, I need these. I need access to these. May I please? He doesn't. Oh, I know. I threw off your bed. I'm so sorry. Sorry, Spidey. He just wanted love, attention, and to co-host. That's a good spot here. Go right there. Yeah, that's where Spidey goes. Anywhere but on top of these. Okay, so that's the Departed one. We also have another of my favorite films. This is tied for #1 favorite comedy of all time with In Bruges. In Bruges and Kiss Kiss Bang Bang are tied at first. This is a Shane Black film, and again, you got the Minimalist poster, you got the quote at the bottom, you got the signature, you got all that good jazz, and I just love art on metal. I love the precision of the way this is all printed on here. I love the clean design. Oh, I love these so much. All right, we got 1 more, and then we do the unveiling of the new one. And then before I do the unveiling, I'm going to check yo cues to see if you guys need any A's. And then the one we did 2 months ago, in between Halsey and here, was another of my favorites. Obviously, I only buy movies I love. This is The Princess Bride, a Rob Reiner film. And the quote is beautifully simple, just as beautiful as the poster, as you wish. I love this one very, very much. I actually haven't put all of them up yet because I'm waiting for that 5th one, but this one has been on the wall, and it is a stunner. All right, now we're going to today's. Today, we are unboxing Top Gun, a Tony Scott film, a film from the 80s I love very much. I grew up on this film, so Top Gun means the world to me because I grew up on it. My parents were kids of the 80s. I became a kid of the 80s by proxy. I was born in 88. They were teenagers, so they were kids of the 80s as well. I love this soundtrack so much. I still to this day run to this soundtrack. I love how the movie feels. I love how fun it is. It is a movie that is about, like, it's a military movie, and I'm not usually into those kind of movies, but the movie has such a positive spirit, and there's so much depth to the characters, and things actually happen that surprise you. There's a lot going on in this movie, so it's also a goddamn blast. The cast is exceptional. Tom Cruise, one of his very early, like, mega movie star roles. This movie really changed action movies. Big fan of it. It's one of those movies I can rewatch constantly. It is Top Gun, and this poster, I feel like, exemplifies it beautifully. Flying through the danger zone. Aw, yeah. There it is. And the quote we got on this one is, if you think, you're dead. So it is an 80s classic. It is near and dear to my heart. It, again, comes with the magnet. The way to adhere it to the wall, we're going to put those right there. And then we're going to actually unsheath this baby, because as cool as it looks in the plastic, it looks even better once you fully unbox it. Here we are with... Should have some Kenny Loggins playing. Man, Kenny Loggins is great. All right, here we are. See, something about the matte finish to me. You just see the precision. You see what you get when you print on metal. This is so very rad. I love this piece. Look at that. Oh, it's going to look dope on a wall. Boom. Right there alongside these 3 other Minimalist posters. We're going to do one more. Probably, that actually might be what I do next month. That might be our December opening as our last Minimalist poster. So I'm going to order that soon, actually. This is November's, thanks to the great Curtis Mason. We got some Top Gun, and that's going to go right alongside Kiss Kiss, Princess Bride, and The Departed. I love this very much. Man, that's cool. If you guys aren't patrons, you guys can join the Patreon. This tier, this Q&A and unboxing tier, is $35 because these cost $44, and then it's shipping. So I figure if, like, yeah, it does add up. But if you join a membership club at Displate, it does get, like, a little bit cheaper. But anyway, I figure if the patron wants to cover, like, half or a little bit more than half the piece, I cover the rest. That way I can keep collecting these, and then I do the Q&A for you guys. So this is the patron tier of unboxing. Curtis Mason is at that tier. If you guys want to join that unboxing, this is what I do on this tier of the patronage. We've also got a Discord. We've also got a Patreon podcast. We've also got the Tater Tot tier, which is suggesting other content movies for me to review. We've also got a producer level tier. You got all sorts of stuff over at Coy-Jandreau's Patreon. Just go to patreon.com/Coy-Jandreau. Let's A some Q's, shall we? Let's see what we got, you lovelies. All right. I had Top Gun on VHS, DVD, and now Blu-ray. I think I've owned that in almost as many formats as I've owned Lethal Weapon. We got Black Loki in here. We got Darth Vader. Kylie excited about Top Gun. Curtis Mason is here. Thank you to Curtis Mason. This is how this is happening. We got Matty Gunner. What up, man? We got people thanking Curtis as it should be. Yes, Qui, welcome. Coraline Timber. I think it's pretty cool myself. The Librarian of Alexandria. Ooh, nice posters. I got a free Guy poster at the cinema a few weeks ago. Have it in my kitchen. Smile when I see it. I love that movie so very much. And that poster does have that warmth and happiness that Free Guy brings. That makes me very happy that you got to have that experience. And now you get to bring it home with you. The power of posters, the power of art. Where Spidey fits, Spidey sits. Spidey is now right there. Still co-hosting, but respecting the need for the table, which I appreciate. Heard about King of Spies? If so, what would cover it? I'm thinking about picking up the book. I have not heard about King of Spies. Is that a comic or a book? Like is it graphic novel? I have not heard about King of Spies. Tell me about it. Let's see. Question: do you have any other collections aside from Displate that you are proud of? I personally like to collect Diamond Select character statues. I only have one. I have a Sideshow collectible Deadpool. That's my life-size Deadpool that pops up in a ton of my videos. I collect comic books. I have a ton of comic books. I think I have like 2,000 out here, and I think about 14,000 back east. So I collect comic books, obviously. I collect Blu-rays. If you guys want, on this very channel, on this YouTube, there was a show I was doing when I was living in my old apartment during the peak of COVID called My Coy-Lection, which was literally different things I collect. So I collect many things, and it's Coy-Lection, C-O-Y-Lection. It's actually an entire thread on this YouTube. So if interested, there's a ton of stuff I collect over there. Great question, Curtis. Also, I collected action figures when I was younger. I have a few of those. If Curtis, if you want to check out my collection, there's about 8 episodes. They're a fucking blast. We did my Blu-rays in 4 parts. I talk about all the Blu-rays I own and discuss each movie, so they're very like in depth. And then I do the same for my DVDs. Comic books, I do like alphabetical. But yeah, had a really great time. And yeah, there's videos. There's lots of videos that ties into this directly. Maddie Gunner, I bought A Knight's Tale 1 because it's my favorite movie ever. Looking forward to getting it. Hell yeah, Maddie, getting The Knight's Tale on Displate. That makes me real happy. Had Top Gun on VHS. We talked about that. That one looks like you can have it inverted. Yeah, you could totally have this inverted, just like in the movie, because I was inverted. That's right. In fact, let's experience that. Ready? Blah! Blah! Options! I like that. That's a really good point. I'm going to leave that right there. Let's see. What's up, Elton Arthur? I probably missed, where do you buy these displays? Oh, there's a place called Displate.com. It's an online site. And if they ever send you an email, tell them I sent you, because I want to get sponsored by them. But yeah, it's Displate.com. They're a little pricey, but they never fade and they don't go bad. They're easier to protect than paper. If you think about the cost of frames, it kind of washes out. And I love having the option to move them around. The favorite Disney animated movie? Emperor's New Groove. Emperor's New Groove is my favorite. Out of the classics, Lion King and Aladdin. Aladdin's my favorite because it was most of my childhood. Lion King became a favorite as I got older. Emperor's New Groove is my favorite today. Let's see. Love Top Gun. Hopefully get the sequel released to us soon. Next year. We're getting Top Gun real soon. I'm very fucking... That's my number 2 movie of 2022. My number 1 movie is The Batman, because that's my number 1 movie of the rest of time. But my number 2 movie for next year is going to be Top Gun. I'm losing my shit excited. King of Spies is a comic by Mark Miller. Oh, that King of Spies! I have not read it, obviously, as per my confusion. Mark Miller is a bit of a weak spot with just the amount of books he has. I do need to read Mark Miller's King of Spies because I know they've adapted it, but I need to check it out myself. Thank you for reminding me. I actually have that on a list somewhere to check out. Thank you, Key. That really helped me today. Elton asks, favorite 90s and 2000s movie, and what are your thoughts on the live-action One Piece cast reveal from yesterday? I mean, 80s would be Lethal Weapon and Top Gun, Lost Boys. 90s would be The Matrix, Fight Club, and A Knight's Tale. 2000s would be Fast and the Furious. That's a little harder, because that's like, I don't know when 2000s end. Fast and Furious, Dark Knight, and I'll get back to you. I just gave you 8 off the top of my head. I'm actually pretty proud of that. I'm going to hold on to those 8. Love the Amazing Spider-Man Issues collection, not only because I contributed. Darth Vader got me okay guys, this is important. I only needed 34 Amazing Spider-Man comics at the time. I might have needed 37 at the time. By the time I think we got to this particular episode, it was 34. Darth Vader got me one of the 34 issues I needed in the world. I only need to complete every run of Spider-Man ever. We're talking Amazing, Spectacular, Sensational, Untold Tales of, Ultimate, every run of Spider-Man. I'm down to just Amazing Spider-Man. I need 10 annuals, and I needed 34 or 37, I don't remember the timing, issues. He gave me one out of the kindness of his heart. I will never forget it. It is Amazing Spider-Man 135. It is in beautiful condition. It is one of my favorite covers with all sorts of different Spider-Man stuffs on the side. It is the second appearance of the Punisher. That meant the world to me, Darth Vader. To this day, I think about when I see that cover, when I'm going through my collection, always think of you. I appreciate the hell of it. And as of now, that's why I don't remember if it was 37 at that point or 34, because right now, as of press, right now, I need 33 Amazing Spider-Man comics to have every Spider-Man. Not just Amazing, but every run ever. And I need 110 X-Men. So I'm in the home stretch. I'm in the last 150 comics to finish X-Men and Spider-Man in their entireties. Uncanny, New, Wolverine, etc. Very close. So thank you to Darth Vader for Amazing Spider-Man 135. That meant the world. Let's see. Curtis Mason's going to check it out. Highly recommend those Coy-Lection episodes. Poster looks dope. Thank you, Joel Rolston. Welcome in here. And they ship international. I live in Norway. They do. I think they're actually, it's an international company. They're not America-based. So the shipping actually takes a little bit to get here because they're somewhere that way. Poster looks dope. Thank you very much. I feel you're open and experimental with all media. Have you listened to or do you listen to K-pop? I would try it. I like more aggressive music generally. Like my music leans like gangster rap and metal. Maybe not metal, rock, hard rock. Like I don't like screamo, but I like White Zombie and Slipknot and Rage Against the Machine. And then in hip hop, I like Yellow Wolf and Tupac. And I like more aggressive music. But I will try anything. I'm not against it. Thank you. I think those are great music choices too, selfishly. Dude, you throw up my groove. Keys asks, when you get time, check out Marvel's Avengers Design of Spidey. I do need to check that out because I own Marvel's Avengers and I'm very excited for Spidey to join. Very, very true. A Knight's Tale. That's real, Natty. That's real. One of my favorite films of all time, and there's a director's cut, which I have saved. I have not watched yet. I'm going to do a watch-along of A Knight's Tale of the director's cut, and you guys can see my reaction to those first scenes for the first time ever once my friends are all in town. I've got a few friends I told I'd watch it with them, but it's going to be awesome when we set that up one day. One day. Darth Vader, appreciate the heart back. How much space you got left in your wall, dude? I got a gift for you signed by someone I know you respect. I have very little space on the living room wall, but I do have space on my kitchen wall. And I'm trying to... I try to rotate my stuff, but I am definitely running out of space. But I'm intrigued by this presumed gift, Matty Gunner. This presumed gift intrigues me. Zach, what were your favorite comics growing up? Mine are New Teen Titans and Ultimate Spider-Man. Mine were Spider-Man and X-Men, which is why I collected and almost completed them. I really loved Superboy, Con-El. I'm a big Kyle Rayner Green Lantern guy. Ultimate Spider-Man I was in my teens, but I loved that run. To this day, Ultimate Spider-Man is my favorite, most consistent run in my experience. I really like New X-Men. The Ultimate Universe really got me back into comics, so I'm gonna go with your Ultimate recommendation there as well. Would you consider Spider-Man 2 as one of the best superhero movies ever made? It's one of. I think it's a little overrated. I think Spider-Man 2 is good, but it's got a lot of nostalgia on it. I don't love the campy stuff that Sam Raimi does, and I don't really love Tobey as Spider-Man. I think he's good, but he's not as good as Andrew or Tom. So a lot of people are like devout Tobey, like that's their Spider-Man, and I respect that. He was my Spider-Man at the time. Those movies meant the world to me, and they still mean the world to me. They're foundational. But to me, they're not as good as a lot of the modern superhero films, and Tobey is not Spider-Man to me, personally. And it's all subjective. I'm not insulting you if that's your guy. It's just not my guy. Favorite movie soundtrack? I love The Road to El Dorado, Aladdin, Life of Brian. You guys have great questions today. Favorite movie soundtracks? The Crow, The Matrix, Top Gun, Underworld. Those four. Yeah, those are highlights. Top Gun, Matrix, Underworld, A Knight's Tale. Yeah, those jump out. Also the Saw 2 soundtrack. Even though I don't like the Saw movies that much, the Saw 2 soundtrack slaps. Hey Coy, have you read Dark Knights of Steel or DC versus Vampires yet? If so, what do you think? I'm actually going to do a video about those very comics today because they're new #1s I both recommend. Dark Knights of Metal is this really fun medieval comic book about DC that I really recommend people if they've never read a comic book, if you love medieval stuff especially. And DC vs. Vampires was one of my favorite books of that week, 2 weeks ago. Very impressed. It shouldn't work, but it totally does. Start mounting the cabinet doors. Darth Vader, it's tempting. It is very tempting. I love art. How excited are you for potential news on Friday, Disney+? I hope we get She-Hulk news. I hope we do too. I am very, very hopeful for what that day can bring. I've heard it's very Star Wars heavy, but I'm going to be watching every moment and I'm going to be reporting. If you guys don't follow me on TikTok, I'm going to be making TikToks and posting some of them here on YouTube. But TikTok, I'm going to do as much coverage as I can, and then I'm going to post a lot of it over here to YouTube. Also, we're nearing 10,000 subscribers on this channel. We are 240 some away from 10,000 subscribers. We're at 9,700 and something. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I just wanted to make this stream also a celebration and appreciation of that. I want to get to 10K by the end of the year. If you guys have anyone you know that likes pop culture, likes comic books, likes movies, please do share, like, comment, subscribe, etc. I love building this community out so I can do more for and with you guys. I want to do more cons, I want to do more red carpets, I want to do more junkets. So the bigger we get this channel, the better. So I can do those things because that's what everybody looks at, is those numbers. First Resident Evil soundtrack is insanely good. James Lee says, got you bro, all love. I appreciate the mutual respect, especially when it's dangerous talking about favorites. This is a Doctor Strange poster. This is the IMAX exclusive, the inverted and the regular and the inverted. This is my wall of Stan Lee and Steve Ditko. This is a signed letter from Steve Ditko, which he did not do, a Stan Lee signature. This is from the great John Getz. He is one of the patrons of lore. John Getz is the man. He sent me this years ago. And then obviously some John Romita Senior Spidey. So this is a Stan Lee, Steve Ditko wall going on right here. What superhero character do you feel like you know the most about? What are you a specialist on? I'd say Spider-Man, X-Men. Those are my main guys. Deadpool. I started my career with Deadpool. I'm trying to learn more about Daredevil. I know a lot of Daredevil, but I want to be like an expert on Daredevil. Pretty solid on Batman. A new guy. Hi, Coy. Hi, new guy. I appreciate you, a new guy. Those are some of my go-tos, like Batman, Spider-Man, X-Men, Deadpool. Those are my guys. Your level of nerd makes me feel seen. Thank you. Mr. G83, being a nerd is the greatest gift we can have. It is leaning into intelligence instead of away from it. It is learning and growing and being welcoming. It is trying to see other people for who they are. Being a nerd is very important, and anyone that thinks being a nerd is a bad thing doesn't read enough. The Avengers design is dope. It looks like my profile picture. Hell yes. This is my Captain America shirt, which is kind of like an Avengers thing. Have you read Squirrel Girl? Great series, very lovely, cute series. I have read Squirrel Girl. I dug it. It is very adorable. I'm really bummed the show never took off. I'm also a big fan of Milana. It is a bummer. She-Hulk and Moon Knight, biggest must-know from Disney Plus outside of Kenobi. I do hope we get at least a tease of Moon Knight as they have been filming. Time will tell. We will see. All right, you lovelies. This has been a Q&A and unboxing brought to you by the great Curtis Mason. Again, we approach 10,000 subscribers. I'm very excited. Curtis, this is the new beauty. Thank you. Inverted. Very excited to hang these. I'll probably post a picture in the Patreon of all 5 of them once I get that next month. And next month we'll get that final Minimalist Displate poster. Great questions this week, y'all. That was a lot of fun. Love doing these with y'all. And remember, nerddom should be welcoming. Nerddom should be inclusive. Nerddom is about everyone feeling welcome and having a place to share what they love. Geek out together. Be a geek. Celebrate geekdom. Don't make people feel like they can't dive into the fandom. I'm going to do a video today about the Harry Styles stuff because I didn't realize that Harry Styles entering the Marvel Universe was so toxic, and it is very much, I love fucking Harry Styles. He's awesome. Like, I'm a big fan of Harry Styles. So him being in the MCU just makes me happy, and if people have a problem with that, I'm going to talk to him. All right, you lovelies. I will see you very, very soon. Found your channel via The Real Rejects. Happy to help me get to 10K. Just bagged myself New Mutants 98 today, too. Michael, Matt, congratulations. I will tell, I'm buddies with Rob Liefeld, and every time people post a 98, I know that makes him especially proud. So that makes me so happy to hear. Fuck yeah. You should read the Batman Wayne Family Adventures. There are so many comics keys, but I will check that out in your honor. The Librarian of Alexandria. Yes, I agree. I love your level of nerd, by the way. Followed you since Collider Heroes. Every video you do make me in a better mood. It is my absolute honor. I literally rushed out of the shower. I went to the gym, rushed out of the shower. I'm still dripping wet. I keep wiping my nose because I'm dripping because I want to make sure I got to you guys today. And I've got a 1 o'clock podcast. I'm doing the MCU Direct podcast at 1 that's going to drop next week. So you got lots of stuff coming from me from Real Rejects, from Schmodown, from the SCN, the big thing, from the Direct, from all my stuff, my live stream yesterday, my podcast that drops today, Coycast. I'm all over the internets, so I'm glad to help you have a better day in any formats I can. Y'all mean the world to me. I appreciate the Streamlab new guy. I appreciate the video. Curtis Mason, I appreciate the art. And Spidey's right there. Appreciate y'all too. All right, we'll see you soon. Much love, internet. Be good to each other.